Worst thing you can do for a child is to give them everything they ask for. Children need to understand. They need to know the value of $1. Just because you have it to give it to them don't mean that they should have it. Do you understand?
You're right.
Because you do that to them as children. When they grow up, they have no sense of nothing. They leave your house and go get married to somebody. They think that that man or that woman is supposed to give them everything that mama or daddy did. That ain't the real world. You want something, you got to go your ass to work.
Welcome back to An African Perspective.
Honey, you can't have no favorites with your children. Because the very one you put all your faith and hope in will be the one to hurt you and let you down the most. I'm telling you now.
Well, I love all my children equally. But that Rebecca, she been out there in the streets doing some of everything.
And she fell out of favor with you?
Mm-hmm.
Glad you ain't God. Honey, children are individuals. See, that's what parents make their mistake. They think just because they give their child the exact same thing, the exact same amount of love, the exact same everything, they're going to turn out the exact same way. Children are individuals. They have their own individual experiences. You are not their only influences on this earth. Do you understand? That's why you have to find out which the best way to get the best results out of your child. Per child gets a different result. Do you understand? Each child needs their own different result. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Well, let me break it down for you if you don't understand. One of your children, you may have just say, you know what, just sit there and don't move. That child will just sit there all day long and not move. The other child, you got to say, if you move, I'm going to break your neck, your knuckles, your finger, your throat, and choke you half to death.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But the child don't move.
That's right.
So both children didn't move. You got the result you wanted from both of them, but you had to go about it in different directions.
That's
Do you
right.
understand? That's all I'm saying. Children are individuals. That's why you have to be careful who you sleep with. Being had a baby with somebody you ain't met their whole family and your child is crazy as hell like that cousin they've been trying to hide. A lot of parents love their children, but they don't like them. That's all right. I didn't even know that was possible. But you can love your child and not like them at all. And somebody back there clapping right now. Stop all that clapping. Stop all that clapping. And if you sitting with that child right now, you better look straight ahead. Close your eyes. Just look straight ahead. You hear what I'm telling you?
You're right.
I know I'm right. You can't blanket parent and think that both children are going to turn out the same way. They're individuals.
Yeah.
It's like bringing strangers in your house. Honey, what you doing up in here?
Well, my daughter Jennifer got married and her husband didn't like me.
That didn't answer my question, though.
They kept my house.
Who kept your house?
Jennifer and her husband.
Honey, you got to explain this to me because I'm getting more and more confused.
I know. See, my other daughter that's on drugs mortgaged my house.
Uh-huh.
And Jennifer, the good daughter, paid it off.
Okay.
And then they didn't have no room for me. And they moved me here.
Okay, let me see if I understand this. So you got a daughter that's on crack?
Yes.
That mortgaged your house and you didn't know it?
Mm-mm.
And then you tell your other daughter, Jennifer, and she come up in there and she pay it off.
Mm-hmm.
But then she don't have no room for you in your house. And she move you out of your house. And that's the good one. Child, I take my chances with the crackhead. I don't know what the hell. No, child. What's the address? We need to go do a drive-by. Let's go. What's the address?
No. See, I understand. They had to sell their house to pay my mortgage.
Honey, sit down. Let me explain something to you. Somebody done ran the game on you. Ain't nobody finna go give up their nice, comfortable house to come live in your house unless you have the nicer house.
Yeah.
Your daughter has run a game on you, honey. Is your house nicer than hers?
Yeah.
That's why the hell she was in your house. Don't think she did you no favors. Don't sit here making excuses for this child.
Well, it ain't her.
That's an excuse. Who is it?
It's her husband.
How's it her husband?
He pay all the bills.
I don't give a damn how many bills you pay. You ain't finna put my mama out her house. Now, that don't make no sense to me at all. You got to explain that to me.
No, see, you don't understand.
Why I don't understand?
Well, when she was little, a lot of things happened to her. I just need to be there for her.
Please don't tell me you're one of them parents that believe anything your child say, anytime they say it, however they say it. Oh, I can't stand parents like that. They don't go and verify nothing. They just believe what their child say. See, I believe in trust, but verify. Do you hear me? Because just because it's your child, they are capable of making mistakes. That's why you have to get all the information before you go run to their defense. I know somebody like this now. The principal called and said the child did it. The school teacher called and said the child did it. The janitor called, say the child did it. The bus driver called, say the child did it. Homeless man on the street found a phone and called and said the child did it. A chihuahua was walking past and he did it, he did it, he did it. And she didn't believe nothing. And when you do that to a child, you are setting yourself up for failure, because you're going to find yourself, when that child grow up, on the witness stand, sitting there trying to convince 12 members of his peers that he did not commit the crime, that you believe he did not do it. Do you hear what I'm telling you, honey?
You're right.
I know it. I know. This is what you got to understand about children, honey. Hear me clearly when I say this. You cannot do that to a child. You cannot empower a child that way. Find out the truth first. Do you hear what I'm telling you? That's why I look at all these parents. You can't do that to a child. That is crippling. Like all these parents that give their child everything they ask for. That is the worst thing you can do for a child, is to give them everything they ask for. And I know what it is. You feel guilty. See, a lot of parents feel guilty because the child went through something. You weren't there. You were supposed to be there. You were working. You had to do this. To hell with that. The Bible gave you one commandment: be fruitful and multiply. The rest of it is on the damn child to figure out what they are going to do. But what I'm saying is this: when you do that to a child, you cripple them, you handicap them by giving them everything they want. They don't know what it's like in the real world. I remember Cora came home one day talking about she wanted $5 because the neighbor had given her daughter $5. Well, she's a single mama. She gave her $5. I said, I don't care. You my child. I don't care what's happening next door. This is what goes on in this house. If you want anything in this house, you got to work for it.
That's right.
She said, that's fine. I'll just do what I got to do. I just need the $5 because I want to go buy me some toys. Okay, fine. What I need to do, go wash the dishes. Okay, great. She washed the dishes, she come back in there with a hand out for the $5. I say, baby, it don't work that way. You don't just get it just because you asked for it. Now you got to go clean the closet. So she cleaned that closet up all night long. Next morning, she said, I get my $5 now? No, baby, you don't get it yet. When you get home, you still got more chores to do. I need you to wash them clothes. When you come up here, you're going to clean that oven. So she came back, she washed clothes, clean. Can I have my $5? No, baby, can't have it yet. This went on Monday, this went on Tuesday. By Wednesday, she had cut the grass, mowed the lawn, changed the lawnmower. By Thursday, she had washed the car and changed my oil. You understand? And by Friday, she was so tired, she said, I don't even want the money now. I don't even want it. I said, no, baby, that's how I work in the real world. You don't work like a dog, and by Friday, it's payday. So here it is. So I'm going to make you work like a dog. And then I'm going to dangle a little carrot in front of you on Friday so you'll come back on Monday. So here's your money on Friday. And she said, thank you. Then she went to count it. It was $3.18. She said, I asked for $5. I said, well, hell, I took taxes out of it. That's how it is in the real world. That's what I'm saying. That's what children need to know, honey. That's what children need. That's what children need to understand. They need to know the value of $1. Just because you have it to give it to them don't mean that they should have it. Do you understand?
You're right.
Because you do that to them as children. When they grow up, they have no sense of nothing. They leave your house and go get married to somebody. They think that man or that woman's supposed to give them everything that mama or daddy did. That ain't the real world. You want something, you got to go your ass to work. That's how it works around here. You hear me?
That's right.
Because it's crazy. I just look at these people, grown folks, grown 40-year-olds sitting there counting on mama and dad and all that stuff. That is crazy. You cannot empower a child to that much. Everybody on this earth, let me tell you something about guilt. Guilt will mess you up and your child. You can't let guilt rule how you raise, because you'll find yourself doing things you ain't supposed to. God has designed a midnight for everybody on this earth to go through. He has designed it. He didn't make it happen, but he allows it to happen. All right? And the reason for that midnight for you to go through it is not to destroy you. It is to make you stronger and make you better. Do you understand? So you're not supposed to despise it. You're just supposed to walk on through it. Now, if God has designed a midnight for your child as much as you love your child, and you come running there rescuing every time they go through something, you there to see them through it, then you are not helping them at all. You are blocking the thing that God has set up for them to make them stronger. I don't think you're following me.
I'm following.
Let me break it down to you this way. If God has designed something for them to go through that's going to make them stronger, and every time they go through it, they can come to you and get it, then what do they need God for? You become their God. Do you understand? And what you need to know about him, he's a jealous God, and he will have no other gods before him. Do you hear me? I I know it hurts to have your child go through something. I know it's tough. I know it's hard to watch them go through. But, honey, you have to let them bump their head every now and then so that they can become full-grown adults who know how to handle anything, who can stand up on their feet. Your job is not to keep them from the cradle to the grave. Your job is to keep them from the cradle, let them grow up and figure out how the hell they're going to get to the grave themselves. Do you understand?
I never thought about it like that.
You ain't been thinking about much, is all I'm going to tell you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to let your children grow up. And as long as I'm on this subject, I'm going to say this because I think it just needs to be said.
What?
All of y'all who got these grown children living in your house, I got 4 words for you. Put that ass out. I don't understand that. Now, I'm not talking about all of them, because see, that's what, listen, if you're going through something and you have a little financial trouble, or you're going through a divorce and things are tough right now, you need to go home for a while, that's what family is for.
That's right.
To be there for you. For a little while. For a little while. Yeah, because when you come back to my house, I'm like a landlord. I want a move-in date and I want to move the hell out date too. And don't come up in there talking about you need a week when you know you need 6 months trying to fool me. Because if you tell me you need a week on the 7th day, I'm arrested. And on the 8th day, I'm going to pack you the hell up out of there, is all I'm saying. You understand what I'm telling you?
I understand, Miss.
Because the thing about it is this. I'm not talking about them children. I'm talking about them 40-year-olds that's living in your basement.
Yes.
Talking about, mama, can I borrow your car? Hell no, you can't borrow my car. You 40 years old.
That's right.
But a lot of parents don't empower them. Then they wonder why all the other grown children are mad, because you got the same child keep coming back to the house over and over again. You keep these supposed to be the best years of your life, and you letting this child come in and ruin that moment for you. That's crazy as hell. I don't understand it. Put them out. Put them out. It's like an eagle. You know what an eagle do? I love nature. See, God teaches us through nature. This is what an eagle do. When the eagle have a little chickies, eagle make a nest out of thorns.
Why do that?
Yeah, so when the babies come, they take the feathers and they put it down on top of the thorns so they're comfortable. So when the babies come, they so comfortable. But when the babies stay too long, the eagle fans the feathers. So all that's left in the nest is thorns. So no matter which way the little eagle in there go, they can't get comfortable. And if they still won't leave, she take them and she throw them out the nest.
What?
Yes, she do. And watch them. They be flapping and flapping. Then right before they hit the ground, she go there and swoop down, pick them up, and bring them back up. You understand? Did she take back up? Do she go in there and put some more feathers? Hell no. You know what she do? She kick them out again. And they go to flapping and flapping, flapping. She run down and catch them. By the 3rd time she do that, they flying on their own. Do you understand? Sometime, honey, you just got to make it uncomfortable for your child to get the hell up out of your house. Take the feathers out the nest. Start with the television and work your way to the PlayStation. Do you hear what I'm telling you?
That's a good one.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this daughter of yours. You got 2 of them. The one that's on them drugs. I've never met one child in this whole life that said, I want to be. You ask a child what they want to be. They say a doctor, a lawyer. They never say, I want to be a drug addict. Something happens to people in their life. That's why you can never judge nobody, because something happens that make people go in certain directions. And wherever it happens, if you can take them back to that point, you can take them to the healing. But you got to figure out how to get them back to where they went off track. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Every time there's a train derailment, they want to know where the incident happened. You got to take them back to the incident to make them heal. Talk to your daughter, child. Don't judge her. Now, she going to lie.
I know.
Yeah, a crackhead will lie when the truth to do.
Yeah.
But you talk to her.
That's all for the video. I hope you liked it. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button and share. Also leave a comment if you have a topic you want us to cover. Until next time, take care.